Yep. Let's get two in a row, man. We got a good morning pitch, sweat out in the afternoon. What we got next on the docket?
We got Grand Canyon taking on
Mm.
Iowa. Grand Canyon, they are 17-6, 15-5 against the spread, taking on Iowa. That's 21-8, 15-13-1 against the spread. Um, Grand Canyon, they got a fan base, and they crowd be doing a lot of crazy, weird stuff during the game. This line opened up in favor of Iowa -16. That line is now sitting at 14. The total was at 144 and a half. Right now it's at 145. Get to these actual factuals and injury reports. Grand Canyon, they are 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games. The unders hit 8 out of the last 11. They're 13-3 straight up in the last 16 games. 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games this season. 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games in the month of March. 9-1 straight up in the last 10 games on Saturday. And 5-0 against the spread in the last 5 games playing as an underdog. Iowa, they are the under. They are has hit 9 out of the last 11. They're 8-2 straight up in the last 10 games. The under hit 8 out of the last 10 this season. They're 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games against the Western Athletic Conference. The over hit 6 out of the last 18 in the month of March. They're 10-4 straight in the last 14 games on Saturday. 4-2 against the spread in the last 6 played on the Saturday at home, but they're not home, so that don't matter. Iowa Nudgy, he is out. He's been out for the majority of the season. Frank Canyon on a 3-game winning streak, winning the conference against New Mexico State. I actually got to see that game. They were definitely locked in on that one. While Iowa is coming off an 82-71 loss in the semis against Illinois, the team that I think is going to win it all.
Mm.
Iowa versus Grand Canyon. What you got, Marley?
I do not have a play on this game. My opinion is pretty much solely based on Iowa because I don't know anything about Grand Canyon. Just being honest with everybody out there, don't have a play on this game. Obviously, I would lean toward Iowa minus the 14. You got Garza, who's supposedly one of the top players in the not only in the conference, which is one of the toughest conferences in the Big Ten, I think. Big Ten, yeah, Big Ten. Um, and one of the probably top 5, top 10 players supposedly in the nation. So obviously you got to lean on Garza. But with that being said, I really don't know anything about Grand Canyon, and with this being a tournament, anybody can get popped. Um, just glancing over the numbers that I did, I'm not too impressed. It's not like they dominated their conference. They did win the conference tournament. They went on a little 3-game roll, but throughout the year, that was probably one of just an average team um, throughout the season, it seems like. But that's looking from afar and just looking solely at the numbers, preferably the last 10 games. I didn't look over the whole season because I kind of just base the team off what they've been doing lately. Necessarily not lately, but in the last half of the season, because the first half of the season, you could be a completely different team. So with that being said, I personally am not on this game. Obviously, I lean toward Iowa. Probably would look at that first half before I look at the full game. 14 is a lot, but they did blow the doors off Nebraska, and a couple of others, lower level teams in the Big Ten. So this team is capable of covering a 14-point spread.
All right. Yeah, my play, I'm gonna go with Iowa first half. They definitely played lights out in the first half versus a lot of great competition in the Big Ten. So I definitely see them going in this game, taking care of business, allowing their big men, allowing all of their players to kind of get off the court early in the second half, so they can rest up. So I'm taking Iowa with -7.5 for the first half. Lock that in.
Case you don't understand what I've been through. Went innocent till proven guilty. A natural fact I've been new. Sliding through your neighborhood like camouflage with a stick on me. Address on Google Map, pulling up on my league, homie. Catch plays like Jerry Rice. We count up, then count it twice. Money that a nigga lost on dice.